my name is Jill Wallace, and with us here today is Dr. Michael Naber. He is running as a candidate for the Fairview School District School Board. We have a few questions for you here today. Dr. Naber, how are you?
I'm doing fine, thank you, Jill.
Good to hear. The first question, what do you believe are the most important issues for the Fairview School District school in the coming term, and why?
Well, I've thought about this a little bit. I have a few of them. Number one, obviously running for school board. Kids first. Children need to be in school. They need to be in school with the great teachers that we have in Fairview and that Fairview is known for. Mental health is another one. It's one of the big issues that I have right now. Obviously the children and mental health of them and dealing with this pandemic and isolation and such. But another thing that most have not thought about is the faculty and the staff that are dealing with increased strain, increased responsibilities being put on them during this pandemic. Both groups are of high concern to me. We cannot lose either. They're both needed in the school, right? And we need to be able to identify those students and the faculty and staff that are at peril or risk of going by the wayside. Mental health and physical health have been put on the back burner with this pandemic for way too long. Curriculum. Curriculum is important to me. I think it needs to be transparent. Children are in school to understand how to think, not what to think. That parents need to be able to see what the students are learning and what tools, books, and such are being used in the classrooms. Fiscal responsibility is another huge thing to me. Currently, Fairview is going through the process of a school upgrade, $47 million during a pandemic. It seems to many in the community that the costs are being passed down the line. Tax increases. Taxes in Fairview have risen by the vote of the school board 47 times out of the last 50 years that they have been voted on. Many people in the Fairview School District don't have children. They don't have children in school. Some people are having them leave the community because of the raising of taxes and such. And I think that is definitely a fair question to ask the current school board. Why do we keep raising the taxes on everybody? And then, of course, last, how do we find the people that are struggling in our community? Not everybody, contrary to popular belief, is wealthy in Fairview. There is a lot of poorness in Fairview. How do we locate those people that are struggling and just making it, or maybe not even making it? How do we make sure that they don't get left behind?
Thank you. What skills would you provide as a school board member that you would like to highlight?
So I'm a seasoned educator. I've been teaching at Penn State Barron for 13 years now. As part of my job as faculty at Penn State, I sit on boards, both at the school level for the School of Science and at the college level. The decisions that I make and other faculty members make affect the students, they affect the faculty, and they also affect the staff. Board of Director experience. I've been sitting on the board of Lake Erie Arboretum at Frontier Park since 2012. Dependability and unbiased perspective and time management and the ability to stick with something. I have 2 degrees, undergraduate degrees, biology and geography. I have a master's degree in geographic information science, and I have a PhD in natural resource management. Listening, decision-making skills, calmness under fire. I'm a Marine Corps infantry vet. I have worked with special operations and hostage rescue units in a security platoon. I have experience working in high-stress situations. I have overseen men from not just different backgrounds, but different parts of our country and other countries. I understand that all sides of an issue should be taken into consideration to come up with a solution. We must start with an open ear, listening to what is said and also what is not said. I stay calm when tensions are high, and I'm a firm believer that rational thought processes are key when decision-making needs to be made. Most importantly, I'm a parent of 3 students in the Fairview School District and a husband of a wonderful spouse. And I know that being part of the school board is critical to give our students a solid foundation for their future.
Thank you. What is the most significant issue you think should be addressed by the school board in the next year or the next couple years?
There are several issues that obviously need to be addressed. A critical priority for a large proportion of our community is the mask mandate. I personally think it is here to stay. At Penn State Behrend, I have to wear a mask all day. I have to teach with a mask. Mind you, I don't think the science is complete on the efficacy of masks, but I want our students in school first and foremost, with the best teachers, with the best staff, and with the best administration that we have. I do think, though, that masking is having an untold price on the mental health of our faculty, staff, and our developing children. We must focus both on the physical and the mental health of our children and the faculty and staff teaching and interacting with them. We must realize that children are struggling from this isolation and the ramifications of this pandemic. We need to up our support for our resources in this category, specifically for children with special needs. In the long term, I want to upgrade the STEM programs and bring back trade classes in some shape or form, such as plumbing, woodworking, and electrical.
Thank you. What is the one change you would like to see happen in the school district?
One of the big things that I've been thinking about and pondering about is, hey, what would help? What could possibly help? One of the biggest issues in Fairview is Fairview families not thinking that they have choice, not thinking that their ideas and thought processes matter or are taken into context by the current school board. I would like to focus on a system of feedback for parents, community members, and faculty and staff, whereby we can continually survey and get feedback on plans and focus areas. I believe that by doing so, we can better understand how these key groups feel and where we should focus our efforts. With this shift of the school board, we can make sure that the critical needs of our staff, students, and parents are met. If we have learned anything over the last few months, or say year and a half, it is that we need to ensure we have dexterity in decision and planning making. This will be created by staying close to the needs of our staff, our faculty, and also parents and the community.
Thank you. Final question. What in your background or life experiences make you particularly qualified for a position on the school board?
I believe that the experiences from my career at Penn State, the schooling that I have had to this point in my life, being on the board of directors at the school, being on the board of the directors at Leaf here in town, being in the military, being a father, being a husband, and even coaching within the Fairview School District community. I am unbiased and calm under pressure. I listen to both sides of issues. I am open to new ideas, suggestions, and I am dependable. I'm not afraid to speak up. Matter of fact, I think that is one of my best characteristics, is to say no when no needs to be said. And I want to give back to the community that I live in while serving the people and students of our region. I am a conservative. I do not believe in change for change's sake. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Naber.